what are we doing today? Hey, what are we doing today? Hey, what are we doing today? Yes, guess what we're doing today? Bluety School. Bluety School, like the official one. This is the first one. And in Bluety School today, I want you to learn how to do a wash and go. Someone was asking about a wash and go. They said that their daughter has the same texture hair that I have, and she wants to know what kind of products I used and how do I use them. So if you're interested in that, please get your snacks, because in Bluety School, this Bluety School, you can eat, so you know it's not against the rules. So get a snack, and you want to have something to drink, whatever you want. I mean, it could be water, wine, you know, whatever you feel like drinking. And then have a seat, front row. Everybody's on the front row. Plenty of space. And you're 6 feet apart. So you know what? We are good. And so now I'm going to go through the steps that I use to make this stuff look beautiful. I love this stuff, but sometimes it's hard. I understand for those people at the same type of way. Because I have coily curls, but they're not super tight. And when I try to get a curly texture, they're not the big curls, they're swirlings, like the size of maybe like a straw. So, but easy to manage. So, today, the items that you're going to need. I hope you have a notebook and you're taking notes. And stop texting. You need to pay attention. Okay? Alright. So, you have your notebook. I want to tell you all the items that you need. So, you need a type of curl activator. And yes, this is the curl activator from back in the 80s when everybody was like wearing a Jerry curl and the juice was, yeah. But we're not going to use it that way. Same thing, but we're using it a little bit differently. And as you see down here, it says it's for conditioning and for natural or curly hair. Alright, so Jerry curl is out, curly natural hair, that's in. Okay? Alright, so you want to have an activator, something that's going to make your curls pop. And then you want to have something to hold those curls. So I'm going to be using this, which is the Don't Shrink Flaxseed Elongating Curling Gel. It's by Aunt Jackie's, and I love this because you know how for those of us who have that type of hair where it's wet and then you get outside and it shrinks all the way up to here, and you're like, I mean, you can pull your hair all the way down here, but it shrinks because of that curl. So this is going to kind of hold your curls for you. I also brought this just as an alternate activator. This is by Jane Carter, and I got this on my TJ Maxx haul, and it says curls to go, wash and wear, super curly and coily. I can't see what's under here. I've been trying to get this sticker off. I don't know how long, but it does say that it's coiling all your curls, and it's an elongating gel. Okay? Alright, you need some water, and I just got this spray bottle from the dollar store, like Dollar General or Dollar Tree, $1. And sometimes I put oils in there. I don't have the oil with me, so we're not going to go long into it, but I do usually put like a little oil in there. I think the one I got from my sister, and it's like blue, and it smelled good, so I put it in there. That kind of helps with the moisturization of your hair, right? So then you need some moisture, which I just said. You need some moisture. So this is by Camille Rose. This is a Curl-Aid Moisture Butter. And this is something that allows your hair, when you have those curls, you don't want them to dry. And because my hair, when it curls, it tends to break if I try to elongate it or comb it. I want to have lots of moisture in my hair. Let's see. I have the Carol's Daughter Coil Enhancing Moisture Butter. This is also a very good product for putting moisture back into your hair. Now, in the wintertime, my hair is dry. I mean, like, whew, it's super dry. I need to drink lots of water and make sure I have a ton of moisture in there. And here's some heavier products that I use in the wintertime. This one is the Mimosa Hair Honey, and I use this on my scalp all the way down to my ends. And this is really good. It says it's for dry, brittle, and textured hair. And then I have this, which my sister has influenced me to try some natural products. This is 100% African shea butter. And I don't remember where I got this. I believe I got this at the hair store with the rest of these products, which you can find at your local hair store. But this is a 100% African shea butter, and I use this in the wintertime, especially on my ends. My ends suffer the most, okay? Now, optional items. Well, this isn't optional. You need a comb, and you need a detangling brush. I'll get that in just a second. A pair of scissors, and if you want to have like your edges laid after you finish with your curls, I love this. This just recently came out. Not recently, like within the past year, I believe, year and a half. This is the True Edge Controller. And the funny thing about this is it comes in 15, 20 different colors. I don't know, there's a lot of colors. And I was thinking that the different colors meant something different. But a lot of these, it's just, the smell is different, but it still does the same thing, which I thought was weird. But this one is water-based, it's a natural shine, it's non-flaky, and it smells like pineapple. It smells really, really good. And it's very thick, as you can see that. And when I tell you, I almost don't even have to tie up my ends. You'll see when I put my edge control on, tie it up with a scarf, I don't have anything to worry about for like the next 2 days. This stuff works very well for me. Now before that, my fave was this, Gorilla Snot. So I love this. This is more like a gel. It's kind of like syrup or some type of goop, but I tell you, it works. And this is the consistency of it. And I tell you, if you want to do like a slick ponytail, this will work. If you want to lay your edges down, this will work. The only thing I don't like about this is it turned white on me. And so each day I kind of have to go back and use some water to like make it wet again so that it won't dry. But other than that, it was my fave until I got the new one. All right, now I apologize for the noise, because apparently we couldn't put two switches, one for the light and one for the exhaust fan. That just wasn't possible. So every time I turn the light on, this is what we get. So we do have a night light here that shines pretty good, you know, if you're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But if I use that now, y'all won't be able to see me, and then we wouldn't do the video. That wouldn't work. So I need to go get my brush. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm back. This is the type of brush that I use to help with detangling my hair, especially when I have conditioner in it and I'm trying to detangle it before I rinse it out and start a style. That brush works pretty well for me. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is make sure that your hair is in sections, okay? And you need clips to help you with keeping your hair out of the way, because you want to work one section at a time, all right? Now, when I finished with my hair, I put it in sections and I put a towel on it so while I was getting dressed and all that stuff, it wouldn't drip on the floor. So some of the water that you need to have in here went into the towel. So that's where the spray bottle comes in, because you're going to be making sure that your hair is very wet. Also, let's say there's one day you didn't, you know, your hair is still relatively clean, but you didn't just shower, you want to do this style. You can just wet your hair either under the sink or with the spray bottle. As long as you wet your hair and it's saturated, then everything should be okay. All right, so as I said, you need to have moisture and a curl activator, and then something to hold that curl. All right, I'm gonna add some of this, which I really like. It's a leave-in conditioner. It's called Moisture Recovery Leave-In Curl Milk, and it's by Cream of Nature, and it has argan oil. I love this. It smells amazing, and my son and I both use it, so as you can see, it's almost gone. That was a drink break. Drink break. Drink break. All right, and then basically what you're doing is just adding the product to the hair. You want to be sure that you start at the roots. You know, this little kitchen back here. If you don't, your hair will be frizzy and bushy. You'll be a bush boo if you don't. You want to make sure, start all the way at your roots. As you're doing this, you can use your fingers to detangle any leftover tangles that you have. Okay, so now you want to get to a curl. I don't think I really need this though, because that has a lot of, yeah, put a little bit, just a little smidge, because that's really a leave-in conditioner. Now like this is a butter consistency. This is that Camille Rose. This is like putting butter in your hair, but it feels so good. And it gives you that slip that you want, so that your hairs, your comb and your fingers will go right through your hair. That's to separate your hair into those curls. If it's you know, all knotted up and everything, it's not going to come out nice. All right, the next thing I do after my moisture is my activator. And I know it seems like a lot of product, but it's really not a lot on my hands. As you can see, it's not that much. And you want to make sure your hair has, you know, that formula of products all throughout your hair, so that each part of your hair can start separating into those curls. See that? Yeah. All right, now we're loving these curls, but we want them to stay. I need a little bit more moisture, just a little bit more. And it's just because I washed everything out of my hair, so it just feels kind of dry. Okay, you can see how I'm just going right through. All right, so now you're going to take your gel. You don't have to use this one. You can use Eco Styling gel. They have them in flavors, just all different kinds. I know the green one is pretty good for natural hair and for wash and goes, but they have a whole set. They have a new one out too that's a different color. Okay, so this is the gel, nice and clear, and it's gel consistency. So you want to take just that amount that's in your hand, rub it together, and pull it through. Use your comb to make sure your hair is not tangled in any way. And you want to press that formula of conditioner, moisture, and all that, press that into your hair. And as you're pulling, don't pull hard. You're not trying to make any tension. You just want to make sure that you can get your fingers. And that's how I get my curls. And it dries nicely, and like I said, this gel will keep it from shrinking up. Now it doesn't stay this long. It might go to about right there, maybe an inch up, but it's a lot less than if I didn't use the gel. Okay, I'm gonna go into some other sections and I'll be back. Okay, so ladies, that noise was like getting on my nerves. So I turned on my little night light, and since I'm doing the one on this side, I will do this with the exhaust fan off, and then when I start swinging around to the other side, I'll have to turn it back on. But that thing is so annoying. in our apartment, excuse me, our apartment walls are so thin that when my neighbors go to the bathroom or take a shower, I always think I left my fan on, but it's their fan because, yeah, loud stuff, thin walls. It's not a good combination. All right, so I am near the back part where I have like a lot of thick curls down here, but they're always short. So what I do is I make sure I get this part extra wet, and I make sure I grab my little kitchen curls back here, and I begin with that part, putting this moisture butter on. That's what I was doing when I came back to y'all. So, and just feel your hair for any areas that feel dry, and just put a little bit extra moisturization on there. And then you can go back to your dime to nickel size amount of activator and pull it through nicely. I see that little strand that belongs somewhere else. Get away. See that? And then I had the scissors for when you have little straggly boos like that. And just cut them off. And that way you won't have knots. And then you go to your gel. Back to your gel. Same amount, about a nickel to dime size amount. Pull it through. You want to make sure you press into your hair so that every strand gets moisture and that gel. It's already starting to curl. And if you put your gel in and it seems like you've done this and it comes out like that, it'll pop back. See, it goes right back to your curls. So it won't be straight. And then as your hair dries, the product that's in your hair dries, so then you don't have, do you remember that movie, Coming to America, when they were having the party at the guy who owned McDonald's that was called McDowell's or whatever. So anyway, Mr. McDowell's house, the family came that wears Soul Glow in their hair, and they had the jerry curls, and when they got up from the sofa, it was 3 nasty spots of jerry curl stuff. Yeah, that's not going to happen with this. Your hair is going to dry, and that's it. You're not going to have this greasy stuff all over the place, so don't fear about it. So that's how I get my curls. And at night what I do is I take big sections and twist them so they won't get frizzy, and I put a bonnet over it, or sometimes I just put the bonnet, depending on what it looks like. And the next day, all you need to do, once your hair dries and you've gone through your day, you put your bonnet on it in the morning, just spray some water on it, and it'll pull your curls back in the areas where it's needed. You should have enough product to last the whole style, which I usually wear 5 to 7 days. So it just depends on how I did putting the product in. If I rushed it, then it's not going to last as long. But if I really took my time like I did for this so that I could show you all how to do it, this should last for at least 7 days. So there you have it. And you've just finished your first Bluety School class. I hope that you got a lot of good information if you're going to want to try a wash and go. There are many products out there to try. The things that I have are just a suggestion and what I know works for me. And you might see other people doing a similar video using different products, and you have to remember that all of us are unique. Everyone's hair types are different. So this is just a suggestion of where you can start, and then it's up to you to take your time going back and doing some research and finding what moisturizer, which activator, and which gel would work best for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this first Bluety School, and you all know what it is. If it's day or if it's evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, I hope that is good. Don't forget to pray, and don't forget to slay. Bye, Slaties. My curls are popping. Oh my gosh, Slaties, I forgot to tell you about the drying. So if you're still here, I hope you're still here. Okay, I air dry my hair. I very seldom put heat on my hair, but you can use either a hood dryer, that's best, or if you have a handheld blow dryer, put the diffuser on there. You just want the air to dry your curls, not blow them around, because once it starts doing that, then it may become frizzy and you may lose your curls. So you want to make sure that you use a hand blow dryer with a diffuser, or sit under a hood dryer, or just air dry it like I do.